My in-laws joke for years about me being with the wrong twin. Now they are telling my husband's twin to sneak in my bed because I wouldn't know the difference. I am so done with them. I have been married to Luke for 3 years, together for 7. Luke has an identical twin, Jake, who I met first during my freshman year of college. Jake and I became close friends because we had a lot in common. In my junior year of college, I went to Jake's house for Thanksgiving and met Luke. We instantly hit it off, started dating long distance that spring, and married 4 years later. Jake and I are still close and he's both my brother-in-law and one of my best friends. The conflict: my in-laws have a joke that Luke stole Jake's soulmate and that one day he's going to find us in bed together. All 3 of us find this disturbing and not funny, and have expressed this to his parents on multiple occasions. They just laugh and insist it makes sense because Jake and I are so similar and he met me first. They also insist that he brought me home because he was in love with me, not because we were friends. Honestly, the intense way they defend this joke makes me think it's not a joke at all to them. They've always favored Jake because he's much more outgoing and sociable than Luke, and also because he went to college and Luke learned a trade. Jake has a lovely girlfriend, but they don't like her, and always insist he should date someone like me. This past weekend, we were having dinner at my in-laws' house when they again started joking that it was only a matter of time before Jake and I got together. I could see my husband shrinking in on himself and getting quieter and quieter, and I asked them to please stop. They took this as me protesting too much because something's going on and said just sneak in her bed, Jake, she won't know the difference. This was the last straw. I basically erupted on them, yelling that this joke had gone on long enough and was incredibly effed up and disturbing. I also said that they were being bad parents by trying to pit their sons against each other and not supporting either of their sons' happy relationships. Both Luke and Jake backed me up, and we all left. Yesterday I got a phone call from my mother-in-law, in tears, begging me to get her sons to talk to her as they refuse to until she genuinely apologizes and promises to stop this. My family thinks I should convince them because she's their mother and deserves a chance to make things right, and also that I was an asshole for being so disrespectful at the dinner. Honestly, I don't think it's up to me whether my husband and brother-in-law forgive their mother for her behavior, especially since she hasn't apologized other than some half-hearted text saying she didn't realize it was hurtful, and I was only disrespectful after enduring years of disrespect. Update: the day after my mother-in-law's teary phone call, I figured there might be a chance for some sort of resolution. Luke and Jake still weren't talking to their parents, but I was trying to keep things open in case there was room for them to apologize and mend things. However, that hope was pretty much crushed when I found out what was really happening behind the scenes. Apparently, instead of reflecting on how their words were toxic and divisive, my in-laws doubled down. They've been going around to other family members, telling their version of events, a version where I am the manipulative one, and Jake and Luke are brainwashed by me. They're painting me as some temptress who's come between 2 brothers, all while saying that Jake's girlfriend is irrelevant because Jake's meant to be with me. It's beyond messed up. When Luke's cousin called us, she was pretty upset. She'd been told by my in-laws that I was the reason for this family fracture. Apparently, they've convinced themselves that I've got some secret agenda to break up their family. They've even said that this whole thing started because Jake's always been in love with me and now Luke is paying for it. Luke was furious when he heard this, and Jake, he's just done. I'm not sure what snapped in Jake, but he told me he's going no contact with them, at least for the foreseeable future. He's sick of the constant comparison, the blatant favoritism, and now the way they've tried to sabotage both his relationship with his girlfriend and his bond with his brother. I think it hit him hard because, in a way, he's always been their golden child, until now, when they feel like he didn't win me, and that's somehow a failure in their eyes. Luke, who's never been the favorite, seems a lot quieter these days. He's not the type to get angry easily, but I can see how hurt he is that his parents can't just support him in his marriage. It's one thing to joke around, but to constantly imply that his wife is better suited for his brother, that cuts deep. He's agreed with Jake that it's time to cut contact until their parents show some real remorse, but honestly, I'm not sure if that'll ever happen. Mother-in-law's half-hearted texts are still coming in, saying things like didn't know it hurt you all that much and I didn't mean it, but you're overreacting. No real apology, no acknowledgement of the harm they've caused, just more gaslighting. To make things worse, father-in-law is backing her up 100%. He called Luke last week, saying things like, "Your mother's devastated, and this is all because you're letting your wife and Jake's girlfriend pull you two apart." As if it's the women in their lives that are causing the problem, not the years of emotional manipulation and inappropriate comments. At this point, I don't see a way back for them unless they seriously change. But Luke and Jake are on the same page, and for the first time, I think they're realizing just how toxic their parents' behavior has been all along. The truth is, it's not up to me to fix this. Their relationship with their parents is their own, and if they want to go no contact, that's their decision. I'll support them, no matter what.